I feel like we're the Fantastic Four, even though there's only 3 of us now. Is there a superhero trio? All I can think of is 3 Stooges.
Advertising is not for sane people. I mean, there are ups and downs. It is a complete roller coaster ride.
Hey guys, what's up? Didn't even ask us for ID, man.
Oh, I lost my sanity years ago. I mean, I think that's kind of a prerequisite to being in this business.
What makes good advertising? Some would say a great piece of creative. Some would say advertising that moves people. For us, good advertising is advertising that provides the results that will help a client make money. Everything else is secondary.
All briefs are inherently different. So you always go into it with this blindness that you're like, what is this going to be about?
Hey, how are you?
I mean, anybody else, I would think it would be like major stage fright or something. But we've been doing this for 10 years. I mean, we know how to do a brief. We know the questions to ask.
So where are you guys from?
New York.
Which agency are you with?
Conversation.
Conversation.
And yourselves?
Boone Oakley?
At Boone Oakley, we're a creative and advertising digital agency that's kind of off the beaten path. We're all about bold, disruptive ideas that really captivate people and engage people in a different way. We've blown up restaurants, got Ruby Tuesday noticed all over the news. We've been on the viral video charts with our website. It's in our DNA to create these buzzworthy things.
Boone Oakley is anything but a Madison Avenue agency. I started my career at the bigger agencies, but I realized that that's not the place to do the best work.
We've all been around at a lot of different other places. We've been in New York, we've been in LA, working with some of the biggest companies and biggest brands all over the world, and we brought that skill set and that talent here to Charlotte. I've been working in advertising and marketing for about 20 years now. I was the Nike basketball advertising director. That was one of the founding team members to help build Brand Jordan. It's a $1-point-something billion business today. And in my honest opinion, I think what you find at Boone Oakley is unique.
Conversation's specialty is the new traditional. We bridge the gap between traditional and non-traditional media. We keep our finger on the pulse, and we're typically the first to utilize new forms of media at that point where they're just right for a particular consumer segment. Relative to other agencies, our brand in the agency world is new. But times are definitely changing, and we're the new wave in advertising. We've always been one step ahead, we've always looked a step ahead, and it's showing up in the results that we're providing for our clients. We're not a household name, but that's the goal. Most people would look at our agency and call us young, but age and experience are 2 different things. So I would say most people at our agency are actually more experienced than their face would show. The makeup of our team could be considered a bit into technology, to the point where it's not uncommon to see a couple of us at the agency, myself included, pulling apart a computer or re-engineering a piece of code, which could be considered a bit geeky.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Chris. Hey, Chris, I'm Keith.
How you doing, Frank O'Brien?
Hi, Stephanie.
You know, we like to think that we found the holy grail of snacking. Big aha moment came when we found that you could pop a potato chip much like popcorn. But you know, our brand is about innovation and about fresh ideas, and so we think it's would be exciting to have a couple of really talented agencies come in and help us take the brand to the next level. Well, you guys, thanks for joining us. Welcome to our Snackers Lounge. So we launched in the early part of 2007. We're a fast-growing brand. I think we're now the fastest-growing potato chip brand in America. We're in over 15,000 retail stores throughout North America.
Now that our product and PopChips are available nationally, it's time for our marketing to evolve. And we need to find new creative ways to connect with more snackers. Because the truth is, our snackers can tell our story way more effectively than we can as marketers. So our job is really just to empower them to spread the word. We're looking for you to create a concept for a digital video or an interactive campaign that's so genuinely entertaining and engaging, people will want to share it. So we'll open it up to questions now. Thank you.
You listed a few different targets there. Is there one that you would consider to be the priority or the sweet spot of your target?
In some ways, we want you to really cast a wide net.
Okay.
Greg's a really important part of our team, and he's a great presenter, and he is really strategic. When questions are being asked, he very much goes into detail.
What have you guys seen as some of the largest barrier to your growth today?
Awareness is a big one if you were going to kind of distill it to one thing.
How far do you push health? I mean, sometimes there's a stigma attached to health, but
We don't push it at all.
David and I have kind of brought the creative firepower, but we've always known that we needed that strategic firepower, and that's what Greg really brings.
Can I ask a question about your presentation?
Sure, of course.
That was one of the most seamless presentations. The four of you obviously get along really well, or you practiced a great deal. How did you do it? Who's your coach?
Well, first of all, thank you. Because I think it's a reflection of our teamwork.
The questions that the other agency asked were, they were kiss-asked, which comes across as off-putting.
I think PopChips is a great fit for Boone Oakley. I think culturally, we have a lot in common. We're like entrepreneurs. They really love where they work. I think there's a lot of symmetry between Boone Oakley and PopChips.
Oh! That is awesome. Greg, he's back at the hotel right now putting an agency brief together to send back to the team right now and let them know what's in store for them for the next 7 days. Dude, it's good that Greg made it today.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell at the end, he's just like totally intimidated the other guys. Woo!
There's a saying in our business that you have to have new clients coming in the front door faster than they're going out the back door. Before we got the call from PopChips, we were coming off of a loss, and so now we're looking at the PopChips account as, you know, a possible replacement, and we're very excited.
We have no shame. What is it called? We have no, oh, it's Greg Johnson. What's up? Oh my gosh. They gave you morphine? All right, man, well, we'll be there in like 5 minutes or something. All right, okay, bye.
We've got a fallen comrade, and we're really concerned about him. I mean, we're gonna go check on him right now.
I heard Greg was sick.
He's not doing well. He's in a lot of pain.
Is he dead or not?
Let's go home. Probably go to the doctor tomorrow. Let's just recap real quick the real story of what happened to Greg. So this was last night. Greg was in the emergency room in San Francisco. The doctors think it's his gallbladder, and so unfortunately he couldn't be here for this briefing. And you know, so Dave and I are kind of winging it right now. We really miss Greg. We wish him the best. So, you know, everybody say a little prayer for Greg tonight.
My heart literally was in my throat. It's just like, you can't replace Greg. You can't replace his experience, and you can't replace his work ethic.
Have you guys thought to yourselves, we want to bring 3 ideas, we want to bring 4 ideas? What's your expectation?
We'll see how it goes.
Typically when we do stuff like this, we don't just do the grand reveal. Are we looking at something like that where we might tease them with some ideas and get their responses, or?
Yeah, it's hard to say at this time. You know, it was kind of an awkward situation, and all of a sudden it was just John and I. And you know, we're not, we're creative guys, but sometimes I don't think we're the smartest strategy people in the world.
Do you guys have any other questions?
So, here's my idea. Ready? In 2012, we're launching a platform called the People of Pop. People will be incentivized to upload content. Content could be photos, could be videos. I think we have a great process, which puts us in a great spot. We don't pair up teams and sit them in a room and say, come back with ideas. In our very first brief, we're going to be able to turn around a great solution. What we are going to do is to break the world record for the most viewed, longest viral video.
That's not very impressive.
If we were talking about just videos or pictures, when you see this long video, what are you gonna see? Like either people holding a bag, or are they doing something crazy, or just a photo?
How are we going to be having people kind of find out? Like, how are we going to be like pushing that out?
Well,
because
initially,
it doesn't. At that point, we're getting away from a viral video because we're letting other people make the viral video.
For me, if I receive a link to somebody's 10-second video on the longest, most viewed viral video ever, why would I ever share that? Because people can post anything they want. And there's no guarantee that anybody is going to want to watch the 5 hours of content at all.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't watch a 5-hour-long video either.
Or, I mean, but how would you know what to watch?
Because, and this is where we have to let the, we have to maybe, I'm wondering what Dave's gonna come up with. Honestly, my focus isn't on other people's opinions. As long as the end game is right, the opinions along the way are just opinions.
Well, I mean, let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about PopChips.
I was thinking maybe if we wanted to do something more like about the community and something that brings people together, I feel like that would be something that would go viral.
That's a great idea. I'm only gonna write 2 words. PopChips. Run with it.
So often, creatives will have an idea, and there's nothing to it beyond the fact that it's cool. You know, what's great about people like Greg is they say, you know, let's ground this in a strategy so it can be something that's cool and really smart for someone's business.
It's a rap group called 3-6 Mafia, and they have a song called Poppin' My Collar. They can rewrite the song to Poppin' My Chips.
Yeah.
We had a lot of ideas, and some things were kind of like not where it needs to be.
I got something around like the balloons popping and there's stuff inside them, maybe chips, like a flash mob.
A pop chip flash mob. That would be good.
Creative teams don't look at things based on strategy, and I think it would behoove us to have a perspective on some of the ideas. I just think you want to have somebody from the strategy background making sure that we're on brief and delivering on the things that we're supposed to be delivering on.
All right, so now let's talk about this crazy video. All right. How does that even work? That the longest video he was talking about? I have no idea.
Conversation is like my first job from college. I've invested 3 years in this company, and I want to make sure it grows and something cool comes out of it. If you think about it, a graphic designer is a problem solver. And I think I like that. I like solving problems.
It should be more like how many people participated instead of longest, because not everybody is going to sit there and watch like a 25-hour
video. If it gets to a point where nobody really has a specific direction and it's kind of up in the air, I'm going to try to do like as best as I can to visually present the idea.
For now, let's just think about it if we're putting it up on YouTube. Like, the video's on YouTube, what do we show? I'm not sure what it would be.
I think I'm always pushing myself to make sure I'm doing good.
Pop, 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 pop. So much pop. Oh, man.
see is like a giant wall. It's on that wall is like, 6,000 PopChips bags, but it makes some like giant, great, cool image. It's pop art from PopChips.
Yeah, I like that idea too. Pop art.
I think we're still in the phase of just kind of tossing out, ideas. For up to John and Dave, they love ideas and they love hearing ideas, and they would do it forever.
Give us a run, give us a run.
What the hell is going on?
3, 2, 1.
There was the pop drop, the giant bubble wrap wall, potatoes building a playground, this sort of mysterious vending machine / jack-in-the-box thing with a handle that you crank.
Man, imagine like 50 of those.
Another reason why I'd like to have Greg here to kind of rein them in and remind them, we have to put this together.
Whoa, whoa.
Perfect landing.
I want to talk more about this.
Okay, well, come on in here and talk more about it.
I was just wondering when the decision was going to be made.
I don't know, man. I don't want to, we'll know tomorrow.
There's only, I guess, a few days left until the pitch. But at some point, you do have to just cut it off and focus and start thinking about the next phase and what we need to do for that.
What can I do to help you guys right now?
Focus.
Yeah, focus, exactly.
I think that's what it is. It's just looking at the ideas, like taking a hard eye, looking at the ideas and kind of going, okay, this is cool. Now let's say, beyond cool and funny and shareable, whatever, is there a platform, a strategic platform that becomes, like they said, a big idea? So I think, we just need to make sure we look at that with that sort of critical eye.
Now, as we look at this text, as we try to figure out what does God say to us in this text,
I think a lot of professionals in advertising go through a lot of stress. I mean, it's a very stressful job. Coming to church and getting some guidance and some counseling kind of keeps me grounded. I've been playing guitar since I was a teenager. My mom was a choir director at our church growing up. I just love playing here in the band, and every week I just feel like I get renewed, get my batteries recharged. Jenna, are you being shy? Are you being shy? No. Hi. She's got to come over and play with Kinsley sometime.
Yes, we do.
In the grand scheme of things, I think the most important things in life are, it's your faith, it's your family, it's your friends. And I think the world of advertising could use a little more faith and things that can help relieve the stress.
I'm back.
Oh my God, who is that guy? I don't want to squeeze you too hard.
Today, I'll be here in the office. What I heard was that Dave and those guys seemed a little shaky in sort of the foundation of what they were trying to accomplish. That's why I came in.
Yeah, we need a voice of reason. So we're glad you're here.
Sure.
No, I do actually want to hear your take on some of this stuff.
Okay. I think it would be best if you showed me where we are.
It was an idea of how could we use bubble wrap?
Gotcha.
Pop art or any kind of artwork using the bags as the artwork.
Cool. In hindsight, physically for me, I probably should not have come. It was too soon. The pain medicine's definitely wearing off, so see you guys. Take care. Okay.
When Greg came in, you could tell he was in pain. I'm hoping he'll get to feeling better, but, at the same time, do we really want to chance it?
All right, what's up?
I noticed that we are doing a couple of things with reflections.
I think that works, man. I don't know. I just really like it. So, trust me.
This gradient, is it a part of their style guide? Because Miles was mentioning it, they have a pretty intense style guide.
I'm going with that. I mean, I don't care what they say.
Creating the greatest viral video of all time is not an easy task, but it helps for the client to see that you put this much thought into what could be considered as a simple assignment.
I mean, I don't know, David. Does it really conform with our brand guidelines?
We're all working really hard, but then their work's never good enough for Frank. And that's bull. Simple. I've gotten used to it, but like everybody, like you have a breaking point. Oh my God, I can't do this today.
Do you know where they went?
When I get stressed out, I have an electronic drum set at home, so I'll go home and just like bang away. Like when I play drums, everything kind of goes away, all the work stuff, and I'm like influenced to do something creative.
So right now in this room, what are we going to take? I mean, you know, we've got 72 hours before we leave here, basically.
It's just this one thing that we think would be it's just this really cool thing. And we're calling it the
record bug.
Imagine this guy creates this bicycle. As you pedal around, music is coming from these records. Could be more of a cargo bike that's loaded with PopChips.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't been in the other presentations, but like, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be something that makes more of a connection. I feel like it needs an anchor. It needs to tie back. Because Greg has been out, we haven't had the kind of strategy piece in some of these meetings, and I think if something's not on brief or not on strategy, you have to raise your hand and be the no guy.
It was great having Jennifer give her strategic opinion on things. You know, we tend to think a lot about the creativity of it and the coolness of it, and she kind of helps bring us a little bit back to reality.
What is the greatest idea in the world ever?
Well, so you remember where we left off. We were like, we need to figure out what the video is going to be. We need to figure out how we're going to get people to submit. So what we kind of came up with was campaign, Year of Pop. That's the campaign. Then we had the website that we discussed, which is going to be all about uploading.
It's like a flash page. You could start off like small, like it starts like with one person, 2 people, 3 people, and then it starts building, and then you get this whole stream of people's like ideas and videos that are part of the Year of Pop. And that's basically the launch video.
Everyone feel good about this? Alex, you like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty dope, huh? It's a dope idea that I came up with.
I do get frustrated with Frank, but I guess at the same time, like, you know, he knows what he's doing. Like, we're still in business, right? We're growing, and that's a good thing.
I focused really hard and came up with an idea on day one. And once we had that, I think we had what we needed to come back and get to work.
What are you doing? We try to do everything we can to spend time with our families and have a work-life balance. When you work for a place like this that is so family-oriented, you know, my wife and kid will come here and it's just like, well, that's just how it is. That's just expected. You know, seeing my son, it makes me remember life needs an element of fun.
So, what you guys got?
I have a new idea.
Yeah?
We had this thought that was around the idea of PopChips as sort of the representatives of goodness. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than let's just share the fun of snacking. It's about life. I think it's more about making life fun. Or in the context of PopChips, I think what we're talking about is making life pop.
Make life pop. That kind of sums up almost everything.
I mean, also the Make Life Pop thing is the whole bringing the fun back into snacking, and like these are really fun ways of delivering the product.
Sometimes just the right set of words can help in bringing the pitch together. Make Life Pop became this big theme line that, under which a lot of ideas can fall.
It's really about fun and seeing the brightness and the wonder in everything and sort of the things that PopChips brings to life. I think it's all kind of embodied in the whole idea of making life pop.
Oh, nice. That was loud.
Well, you know what? Doing something that like people remember is not enough. You've got to do something that they'll never forget.
I lost my father when I was 2, and I it had more of an impact on me than I knew at that time. It has really affected who I am and impacted even the decision-making process, the conversation. We move quickly because tomorrow something terrible could happen and you might not be here. It's something that's with me constantly, but at the same time, that's what's gotten us to where we are today. I think the path that we're on is great. This isn't just a video or a tagline. It's a campaign that works on multiple levels, which is going to do a lot more for their business.
In 2012, PopChips will create the greatest viral video ever.
Our job is to deliver what a client is looking for. In this case, they wanted a viral video, but we want to present something that works better for them. The Year of Pop is the platform that the greatest viral video sits on. We think that Year of Pop has kind of hit the nail on the head.
Looks fantastic.
But even when you think you've nailed it, you can never be 100% sure.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Greg has had an emergency gallbladder removal today. According to his wife, he may have to stay in the hospital because he had a fever, so.
That sucks. Greg called and said that he didn't think he was going to be able to go. And we talked about it. We're like, you know what, we really should have you guys go. And I just feel like it's a really good team chemistry, and I think it will really help us win. Someone like Greg is not replaceable, but you have to be able to roll with the punches, man.
This is just straight up, we go in, we kind of cover what the assignment was, and then it's going into creative. We don't have to do any kind of like creds or anything like that, right?
We do, that's why you're coming.
I had not really even thought of this being an option because this is such a big deal, and this will be my first pitch. fear is what we're gonna say.
We get one chance at this. We have to do it.
Hello.
Hi. All right, here we go. Let's get this room going. We are so excited to be here today. We have a bunch of fantastic big ideas to share with you. Ideas that we think that once we share them with you, you'll really want to share them with your friends.
Speaking of sharing, it's about life. I think it's more about making life fun, you know, instead of just snacking. Or in the context of PopChips, I think what we're talking about is making life pop. You're going to see a series of ideas that are kind of off of this theme. Imagine you're at Grand Central Station. People are just kind of walking about, not really paying attention. Suddenly there's a balloon. When you look around, you realize there is an avalanche of thousands and thousands of balloons. People are passing these balloons around. They are popping them. Pop up the... Yeah, because inside each one, of course, is a bag of PopChips.
But it doesn't stop there.
What if we rig the bags to literally pop off the shelf?
We live in a world full of smartphones, and people are going to be recording this and uploading their own videos and sharing and posting.
Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is fun to pop. What if we have a track that people could run on, so we could create this fun run, just run like this, so you can imagine what hundreds and hundreds of people running across this thing.
You know how they have people handing out water to the runners? We can have bags of PopChips that you're passing out.
What if we created a wallscape from PopChips bags?
It's just cool.
You guys talked about bringing the fun back to snacking. And we wanted everything that we do to reflect that fun and that enjoyment and that wonder. And, you know, that good things can come from a bag.
So what insight was, you know, sort of most important as you guys were thinking about it, if you had to kind of pull one thing out of the brand?
You know, bringing the fun back to snacking. But we think there could be another. What quality or characteristic do you most admire in people or a company?
Passion.
Honesty.
Integrity.
Creativity, I'll say.
You know, what's interesting about your responses, there's not like ruthlessness, profitability, you know, things like that. It all comes from the same place. All of your answers come from a place of goodness. People admire goodness. You know, we applaud it. We praise it and promote it. We crave it and covet it. For some people, it's hard to miss. And for other people, it's hard to find. But there it is, inside each and every one of us, is goodness. We think that that's a great place for PopChips to be about goodness in every chip, in every bag, in everyone, and in everyone.
I'm very proud of everybody. I think we brought the right group out here. I think that Jennifer and Keith were awesome. We showed that we're just like real people, and that's who you want to work with. You want to work with real people.
Wrong floor, right?
Right.
Thank you.
It's risky to propose one video that's going to achieve the level of awareness that they're looking for. That said, if you approach it as if you're on stage, you could perform your way to a win.
So we figured that we would just leave all the materials here and discuss this over happy hour.
Done. We like the way you roll.
We tried. PopChips presents the Year of Pop. The Year of Pop is the year that we create the greatest viral video ever. What the greatest viral video ever is a record-setting, groundbreaking, interactive campaign which has the most people in a viral video ever. The most shares by a viral video ever. We have a solution to break all of those records over the course of the Year of Pop.
In 2012, PopChips will create the greatest viral video ever. How? Upload your
We tried to come up with a redundancy for the system right before it, but we're not getting a signal here. We tried to come up with a redundancy for the system right before it, but we're not getting a signal here.
The biggest thing that could go wrong in this pitch is that we could flub the presentation. They're very situational. They're almost improv, but we know our strategy inside and out. We have answers for absolutely everything.
And since we're unable to connect to the internet, we used some movie magic, and we have it right here.
In 2012, PopChips will create the greatest viral video ever. How? Upload your favorite videos, share your best pictures, and we'll make you a part of the record-setting, most inclusive viral video ever. It's the year of pop. Ready? Go!
Over the course of the year of pop, all of the content that is collected becomes the greatest viral video ever based on all these things that we're talking about. And a great campaign really should leak out and need very little more than the angle behind it to drive it.
So, how would you sum up what it might look like as it grows organically?
The Year of Pop is not just a viral video. It's a campaign that works on multiple levels. We're going in with a website, we're going in with TV spots, and we could be going in with radio spots. We were even talking about building out a mobile application, which gives people multiple areas to latch onto. Beyond that, though, there are psychological elements involved.
So you like big ideas.
There hasn't been a brand that has almost flipped viral on its head. We feel like we've hit that. With the Year of Pop, the greatest viral video ever, you're owning an entire category that every brand is trying to individually own a piece of.
We've set a stake in the ground that we are that agency that's going to help you be ahead of the curve.
When we leave today, what we have put together is turnkey, ready to go. If you wanted to implement it, we would have to do very little work to get it up. Thank you.
They're a smart group, and I think they understood the depth that we went to. I think they get the magnitude of it. We're usually our toughest critics, but we had a solid pitch. This is the Conversation team. How's everybody doing?
We're doing great.
Doing well.
Great.
Hello, guys. It's Boone Oakley. Welcome to Charlotte.
Hello, Boone Oakley. Glad you guys made it back safely. Hey, look, we really appreciate you guys coming out.
I mean, obviously, you spent a lot of time, an incredible amount of hard work.
And passion going into what you put together, and it made the decision that much harder. Congratulations.
Conversation really did succeed in coming back what we were looking for. They brought the idea to life. They took the extra step. They got the URLs, they built the website, they got the QR codes, and really show us the potential of that concept.
Frank is difficult to work with and almost impossible to please. But sometimes the creative goes through, and the next thing you know, you have gold on your hands.
You guys had lots of really interesting ideas and concepts, but we didn't feel like there was a big idea that we actually saw in the other agency's presentation. So as hard as it is to say this, we actually ended up going with the other agency. And we're obviously really sorry to tell you that, but you know, really great work, and we look forward to staying in touch.
Well, we had a great time in San Francisco, and if you guys are ever in Charlotte, please stop by. And thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
All right, we'll talk soon.
I think we all agree that we did a great job, and we're very proud of the work that we presented. We're very proud of the team, and, you know, it just wasn't what they were looking for. So I think we keep our chins up, press on, and keep on keeping on. So great job, guys. Great job.
You do put yourself out there, and, you know, we genuinely have, you know, a strong affection for that brand, and we really hope the other agency, you know, serves them well.
All right, so we're scheduling the status meetings. There's two sides of advertising. There's the glitz and the glamour, and then there's the logistics. There's a lot of work that comes out of a win. We have a completely developed program, which, even though it's completely developed, it doesn't make it any easier to actually execute it.